Good morning. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Let me just do a little refresh here and get myself up. And I don't see it yet, just yet. There we go. There we go. Hang on, volume down. Let me just get this shared over to, hang on, let me do this. Give me just a quick second. Say hello when you come in. There's Laura. Hi, Amiga, how are you? Good to see you here. Jackie is just finishing up her segment on Craft Around the Clock. And let me just pull my page up so I can share it. It's not that one. Why am I not finding myself? Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Let me see. Hi, Kay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Don't let me sing. I'm not gonna sing. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're joining me. I'm trying to get my page up here, so that I can share this onto my main page. Let's see, search. Why can I not find myself? No, there it is. No, that's not it. There it is there. And let me go here. And let's do a share. Hi, Kay. Good morning. There's Tracy. Welcome. It's 10 o'clock. It's officially my time slot on Craft Around the Clock. This is my very first week presenting on Craft Around the Clock under my stencil page, Diva Design. So I'm so glad that you're joining me. And if you're not following, I would love for you to follow. Just tap that screen, and if it gives you an option to follow, it means you haven't been. And hang on. I'm trying to... I am Mara LaFay with Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara, owner, creator, and designer of Diva Design Stencil. Hey, Kathy, I was just thinking about you. Welcome. We have 45 minutes, and we're going to do a really fun project. How many of you, let me know in the comments, have layered stencils? How many of you are comfortable layering stencils? And how many of you are really good at maybe creating some dimensions with stencils? We're going to do that today. We're starting with, I didn't measure my board, but I do have a ruler here. So let me measure my board and let me get my camera down so you can see what we're doing. We're playing. I love layering, and we are going to play with about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, at least 3 different stencils, and we're going to make a mask. Camera's a little, there I am. Thank you guys. I did send a Telegram link so you guys could find me this morning. I did make a mask. If you're curious, what does that mean? Basically, I stenciled a portion onto a piece of paper, and then I cut it out. Once I cut it out, I'm going to use it to create, to cover the previous stencil and create another stencil on top of it, so it looks like it's coming from underneath. Good morning, Sheila. If you're new, please let me know you're new. I would love to welcome you. Like I said, this is my first time presenting on Craft Around the Clock, and I'm so excited. Normally, I'm with you guys every other Saturday. Hi, Cindy. I'm normally with you guys every other Saturday here on this page, but I decided to switch over my account and just be here with you every week, so you guys get to be bored with me every week. So, anyway. All right, so I stencil. We're going to be starting, let me show you what I did. This is Trio of Trees. It's 3 different size trees, which I love. Hey, Pat, welcome. We started with this board. It is 9 9 by almost 12, okay? And I did add one stencil because I did a little bit of prep work because I wanted to be able to finish my project. So this stencil is my Sensational Stripe stencil, and I will tell you, I did something a little bit different with it. I actually stenciled every other, hi Cheryl, you're new, welcome Linda, I hope you guys follow. I stenciled every other line. So initially, what I love about this stencil is that it has 3 different size stripes, and how many of you know what a pain in the tuchus it is to take off stripes, especially little itty bitty bitty ones. So if you paint every one, you're gonna get this look. You're gonna get this look. But if you do every other one, you get wider stripes. So there's a lot of play in that stencil. So I actually stenciled, you can see here, every other stripe, and I continued it all across my board. Hey Sheila and Tina, welcome everybody. So that's what I started with, and I mixed these 2 colors. I mixed Blackberry and Cherry Blossom, and I got this really pretty, almost, it's actually very similar to Victorian Pink. Good morning, Kelly. Thank you so much for sprinkling. I always forget to say that. Welcome, Linda. We have a lot of newbies. I love that. All right, let me get started. I would love to visit and chat with you, but I am time challenged. So I applied my stencil here. I did the smaller tree, and I did it in these 2 colors. Oh, actually these 2 colors. This is the color palette that I'm going to be working with. Good afternoon, Kathy. So what we are going to, hang on, I have my masks ready to go, but we are going to add something here first. I think we're going to use a stencil that I don't think you guys have seen me use. I haven't used it in a really, really long time. Hi, Mary and Sandy and Doreen. This is called Christmas Bliss. Christmas Bliss, and we're going to add this guy right here. Oops, we're going to do him this way. And we're going to be doing him, I want to add a little bit of dimension and some sparkle. So we're going to be using the Jewel Paste in black. Welcome to all our newbies. Actually, it's Sparkling Onyx, if we really want to get technical. Oh, and this is my dry one. Oh my goodness, I brought the wrong one. Well, I guess we're not going to be doing it in Sparkling Onyx. I guess we're going to be doing it in black. So there you go, which I happen to have here. I will probably go back in with some Sparkling Onyx. Hi Jackie, good morning Becky. Thank you so much. We have over 30 designs in my line, and let's take this off. And I don't think I'm going to do that tree. I think I'm going to take that tree off. Thank you so much for sprinkling. Welcome Linda. Thank you, Mary. So I have my little matching apron on. Hey, Matt, good morning. Yeah, so I think we're going to lift him up just a little bit, and I don't think we're going to stencil that tree. I think I'm going to take that off. And just so that. Go. We're going to offload. I'm really kind of bummed that I did not bring my paste. I used it the other day and it was dried up, and then I got a new one and I forgot to bring it. Hi, Anna. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to layer stencils. And it gives you a lot of dimension. Actually, we need to do a little bit of swirl to get this done. I did just rinse my brush, so it is a little damp. So I might actually go back in and put a second coat on there, because I think I do want it a little bit darker, unless I leave it and then just wait to get my texture cream on there. All right, so there we go. Easy peasy. Look at how good he looks. I love pink and black together. Don't you? Okay, so now we're going to do this. So we're going to take our mask. Okay, so I've actually already made one. There's my girl, Nicole. Hey, Mac. I stenciled this onto regular copy paper. Here's the thing. You would think that you're putting it this way, but because you stenciled it in the same direction, you're actually putting it this way. So we're going to cover this up right here. Okay, and now we're going to go in with the second tree, which we're going to add probably, let's see, I'm actually going to put 3. This one is only going to be about half though, which means this one should go maybe right about here. Right about there. Actually, I could do this. Nope, let's do this. I was trying to use the same tape in the right direction, but that didn't work. All right, we're going to do this with 2 different colors. So I have another stencil brush, and we're going to go in first with this blackberry color, which is a new color in the shop. Good morning, Lydia. There is a link below, and that will take you to my website, vintageretailtherapy.com, and you can find all the products there. This brush was also just cleaned, so go in with the darker color. If you are new to our page, I would love for you to follow this. Like I said, is my first time on Craft Round the Clock. I've been part of the Craft Round the Clock group for years, but it was under my other page. I just recently, within the last, I don't know, less than a year, started a page just specifically for my stencils. All right, now we're going to go in with that lighter pink, which is these 2 mixed together. And we're going to just it kind of looks like a hot mess when you're doing it, but it looks really good when you take it off. Watch, you'll see. We're going to have that ooh-ah moment. Ready? Okay. And then finally, now we're going to do that same thing. Hi, Shelly. Good morning, Janet. All right, so now you can see how that one tree looks like it's coming up from behind the other tree. I'm going to do that one more time again. So I'm stenciling on regular copy paper. You can do this on cardstock if you want and save them. A lot of the times I save my masks. I don't know where the masks for this one is, but so now we're going to do that same thing. And I'm going to actually keep that one there too. Okay, now we're going to take this larger tree and we're going to do that same thing. Let me know in the comments if you've never done this before, and let me know if this is something you think you'll try. so first we go in, hey Tracy, with our blackberry color, offload. I always like to offload first, good morning Paula, in the large areas just in case I still have too much paint on my brush, which I kind of do, I can tell. And then as my paint gets lighter on my brush, then I will go in. I love pink. If you're new to me, I love pink. You love this idea? I'm so glad. I hope this inspires you to try it. It really is easy. Trust me, if I can do this, anybody can do this. We're actually going to be adding another color to this and a little more dimension. All right, so now we have our raspberry. Then we go in with our lighter color. And again, if you're just popping in, this is my color palette here. I actually, good morning from the UK, I mixed these two colors together and I got this kind of mauve-y color, which I love. There's my Janet. How are you, Nanny Janet? And I'm just going to create a bit of a mottled effect on this. And I think while this one is here, let's see. All right, now we're going to take this one off. I think we're going to leave this one on and watch. We're going to go in. You're loving the pink? Pink is my middle name. Close. It's close. All right. I want to do this middle tree now. So I'm going back over this right here. I left my first mask on. I hope you guys find this interesting. I think it's a really neat way to get some dimension and to add a few colors in there. Because otherwise you'd need a really big board to do the middle one, the little one. This way it kind of gathers them all up together. This is called Trio of Trees. Trio of Trees. All right, now I'm going to go in with a little bit of white. I need one more brush that I didn't bring. I have this one. And a little bit of white. Then we're going to go in, check this out. Layering does add a lot of dimension. Absolutely. You never thought to layer them? I did not, Dana. But that's a great, we're going to be using that stencil as well. Hang on, we're going in with our snow crystal paste. And we're going to snow on our branches. chunkage right there. And we're going to pull this one up. Sometimes I would say if you've not made a mask before and you think you may want to save them, do them in cardstock. Because if you're doing them in cardstock, they'll last a little bit longer. Let's let this dry. I'll show you that up close. Isn't that fun? I am going to go over him in this sparkling onyx, but it's next door in my other studio, but that's what's going to be there over him. And this dries pretty quick. This is the snow crystal paste. It also comes in a pen. If you prefer, you could, and I may do it on this one. But I love the stripes in the background. I'm a sucker for a good stripe. I love dots too. We have a dot stencil that's pretty fun, that I was thinking that I might use with you guys next week, if you guys wanted to follow along, and then we'll probably use this retro Santa stencil with it. I thought that would be really cute. All right, so now, let's see, let's cover up this one. You know what, I don't even think I need to cover that. I think we can just go in right here, right where we were before. And then do that one more time. Of course, you could use anything really to add sparkle. You could add diamond dust onto this. I like the snow crystal paste because it gives you another dimension. Dot, square, stripes, Christmas smalls. Thank you, Janet. We do. Have a good game, Marilyn. Thanks for popping in. A lot of my home and lifestyle ladies are here. Shout out to my girls. Lift up. Voila. There's stencil number 2. And let's dry that. Actually, I don't need to dry that. And let's do this last one here, which it does kind of infringe on that, so I will cover this one again. So you can see how your masks play a really big part in your stenciling. I don't know about you, but I love when things are just kind of hanging off the edge like that. It's just a little bit unpredictable, and I love that. Tell you what would we do without tape, right? You love the snow paste on the trees? It's so good, right? It just adds that, and my snow paste is just a little dry, but it just gives it another dimension. I love it, especially on the edges. on the tips of my trees. And you get to put as little or as much as you want. I mean, I love things kind of glittery and sparkly, so I tend to use a lot. Someone asked how I made my mask. So basically, I stenciled on a piece of copy paper, and then I just cut it out. And then when you apply it onto your surface, you don't put it this way because it won't line up because you stenciled it this way. You have to put it the other way. Well, I wrap it around the sides. You know what I may? I don't know that I'll have time to do that now, but I may, Tony. I was thinking about maybe putting some bling wrap around the sides, but we'll see. We'll see what we wind up with. Oops. Okay, then we take that off. And then here's our second mask. So I only did 2 masks, but you can do 3. If you wanted to do 3 large trees, you could. So see, here's my masks. And let's cover up our snow paste. And then I think we need to add more. Actually, no, let's leave that snow paste out. Now I think we're going to go in, and I'm sorry I forgot the name of this stencil, but it's a bunch of pine stems. And I think we are going to go in with a little bit of snow here. Let's get some more tape. You guys liking this? Thank you for those hearts and those thumbs up. I would love for you guys to sprinkle this out. And if you're not following our page, please do. I'll be live with you once a week here. So you'll have a chance to get sick of me. I'll still be on my Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara page on Fridays, so you'll get to catch me over there as well. What did I do with the brush that I had the white on? Here it is. So first I'm going to go in with white. You could do this in green. I just think the white is going to be nice. I don't think I want to introduce another color. So we're going to let this dry. I love a good pink tree. Winter traditions. Thank you, Janet. Janet, do you have this stencil? Nicole, do you have this stencil in stock? We have 2 of our retailers here on our live. Hi, Nancy. If you are looking, if you have a creative business and you're looking to add another line, we do have retailers all over the United States. Right now, let's go in with our stencil paste again. And I think I'm going to do this one pretty heavy. The stencils don't come with a mask, Jackie. I've created a mask with just paper. Often I like to use cardstock. But I didn't really have a plan this morning. I got here about an hour ago and had to figure it out. So this is my off the cuff project. Thank you, Janet. Right. Love that. Let me get you that up close because it's pretty fun. Hey, Lynn. Look at that texture on there. You can throw some diamond dust in there if you wanted to. Right, now I think we're done with the snow paste. And you do want to get this off your stencils though, as soon as you can, because otherwise it's definitely persnickety to get off afterwards. But I will tell you, I use Awesome Cleaner on my stencils, and we have these great stencil brush cleaners in our shop under, I think they're under brushes and accessories. But the Awesome Cleaner, you just let it sit on there and it cleans up so beautifully. Like, that's the perfect name for it. It really is. It really is awesome. All right, so I've gotten, it's not perfect, but I've gotten most of that off. I'll get it off my work table too. All right, now let's dry that a little bit before I bump into it. Hi, Kimray. I'm so glad you guys are here. So this is Trio of Trees. This is Christmas Whimsy, and we're going to be adding one more. We have one more that we're going to be putting on. I think we're going to use our, this is the newest one, Christmas Whimsy. I'm sorry, Mini Borders. This one was especially created for this time of year, for tags, for ornaments. I will show you an ornament that I did. I want to say I might have done it here on this page. You can see it right up at the top of that in the crystal paste. So they're perfect for that. If I don't dry this, I'm going to bump into it. Sure as shooting. Because that's just what we do. We make messes. See that? I just got white paint. That's okay. I'm going to go over this. I'm going to go over that. I'm going to go over it with the sparkling onyx. Look at that. It's going to be really pretty. So we have our Trio of Trees. We have our winter traditions, pork roast, potatoes, and carrots in the crock pot. Oh my goodness. Tracy, what time is dinner? I'll be right there. Hey, Miss Terry. Thank you guys so much for being here. I so appreciate it. All right, that's what we have so far. Now, we need to add a little bit more black to this just so that it ties it in together. So this doesn't stand out so much. And I think we're going to do this border up here. This is called Mini Borders. I think we're going to do that. Or, let's see, we can take Christmas Wishes. This is a great stencil because look at all the meat that it has in there. So let's think about this. Do we want to put that up there? Oh, no. All right, I think I might have just changed my mind. I might have just changed my mind. But I did want to put some black. I think we need to put these at the top. Good morning, Carrie. Now, I wasn't planning on this, so let's do this kind of off the cuff. What color? I need to add some black in there. Let's see, we have just about 15 minutes. I think we've got enough time. We need to add some black in there. All right. Let's do these in black. So this one is called Christmas Wishes. You love this? Thank you, Debbie. This, yeah, I think the snowflakes are going to be good. I kind of changed my mind kind of mid-round, but like I said, this is my off-the-cuff, you're on live in an hour project. Hi, Pamela. Right. Now I can do this, and I can do this. Down in here. I should use my little tiny brush. Bear with me. Hang in there, guys. We're on the home stretch. Yeah, I was thinking the other one would work. I may not have time to go all the way across on this one because I'm going to have to do this one more time, but I will finish it. All right, now I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to go in with the darker. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for popping in. Sometimes when I don't want to tape it off and I have something that's kind of close to another color, I just put my finger there. So a lot of the times I'll have paint all over my fingernails, but that's okay. That's okay. I can always wash it, right? It's just paint. All right, now let's go in with a little bit of white and do these in white. Oops, that's on the top of the tree. Putting a little over there, and then I think we're going to go in again with it. You got it, that snow paste. Just when I thought I was done with it. Let's do. Little ones, these little tiny snowflakes. I think they're going to be so cute. I am a snow cake today. Why not? I do need to move that over and do a little bit more over there. because it didn't go all the way across, but that's okay. We'll do that. We'll do that again. But I think what I'm going to do is I want to embellish my trees a little bit more. And then I'll kick that over. Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for sprinkling. All right, I am going to add one more there. I don't know that I'm going to have time right now. We have just a few more minutes, and I want to add, I'm thinking I want to go in with our contour pen and raspberry. But thank you for those hearts. You don't really see it there, but I think we'll add it here to the tree. On top of the snow. So these contour pens come in probably 10 or 11 different colors, from black to gold to silver to pearl. There's 2 different shades of pink. And it's going to give it just a little dimension. It's very easy to bump them though, so ask me how I know. And I may actually go in with some totally dazzled little stones, might be kind of pretty on that. But this is just giving it a little bit extra something something. So cute. I'll get you up close. It's really hard to see. Thank you, Tracy. So this is something easy. I wanted to show you guys how you can create dimensional stenciling using masks, using 2 or 3 different colors. I am going to put one more snowflake there, but we'll do a little bit of a bling would be really good. I didn't think about it because, like I said, I kind of planned this in about an hour. So, but let's do a recap. We started with a, what did I say? Hey, Barbara. 9 by 12 board, and we started, my first background was the Sensational Stripes stencil, and then we went in with Christmas Whimsy, which I think we need to embellish him a little bit more, and I'll do that before I post a picture. Christmas Whimsy. Then we went in with Trio of Trees. I mixed these 2 colors. They're the Pent Art Decor Pink Chalky and Cherry Blossom and Blackberry. And I got this really pretty, almost like the Victorian pink, which we're out of, but that's okay. I kind of mixed it my own. And what else did we do? Oh, we layered it. We made a mask. We made 2 masks, just out of regular paper. I did one, mixed the 2 colors together, covered this, added the second one, covered that. This is wood. It's a nice big thick piece of chunky wood. I don't know that I'm going to wrap the tree around there. I was thinking to add some bling wrap around it. I thought that would be really good. And then we went in with our Christmas Wishes stencil, which is right here, and it has a lot. It's got the snowflakes. It has Merry Christmas, Hello Winter, Snow, and it has a few little ornaments here. It's got Believe. This is a great stencil. Again, this one and this one are from the newest collection. And they are made for this season. Tags, ornaments, if you junk journal, if you're a card maker, this is a great size You can find them all on our website, vintageretailtherapy.com. There is a link below. If we have a retailer that's got these in stock, you're welcome to put your link in there. Winter Traditions, yes, thank you. This is that one. Boy, say that 10 times fast. Winter Traditions. Winter Traditions. Let me show you up close. And then we went in with our contour pen in Raspberry. Let me show you those snowflakes and the trees. Can you see how those trees are layered like that? And it really makes it look super dimensional. And I am going to raise him up just a little bit. I need to work on him. And then there's that Winter Traditions right underneath there. Any questions on layering? Any questions on stenciling? So I always advise to use a really dry brush. You're better off to add 2 layers of paint rather than 1 layer. Friday morning you'll be ordering your stencils, or I'll bring them with me when I come. So I'm wondering if we need anything else. I think probably a little bit of Totally Dazzle Bling. Let me see if you can see these little tiny, can you see those little tiny, almost like Christmas balls? It's just something a little bit unusual. Of course, I will tell you, this trio of trees is not really just great for Christmas. It is great all year round. The first time it came out in, I want to say not last season, but the season before that. It may have even been the last Christmas release. I did it in greens, and it's gorgeous in greens, like 2 different shades of green. And if you wanted to make it like a green Christmas tree, you could put the snow paste over the greens. It's absolutely fabulous. It is 10:45. My time slot is officially up. Thank you so much for joining me. Those of you that are new, I hope you'll come back. I will be back with you again next Tuesday on my main page on Friday, but you can go ahead and refresh the screen and catch the next presenter on Craft Round the Clock. God bless you, ladies. See you soon. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.